Hey, we are Ben and Lisa Sharpe, and we want to invite you to a very special conference coming up on October 3rd and 4th here at Christ Church in Winston-Salem. The conference will begin on Friday in the evening and will continue through Saturday afternoon. And the conference is called Thy Will Be Done, the role of healing and suffering in the life of prayer. And I think this is an incredibly important conference for us because we often will kind of lean towards one or two extremes in our understanding of these two categories as Christians. Sometimes we have an over-realized understanding of the role of healing, as if healing is always going to be the case. Miraculous healing is always going to take place in the life of the Christian, and if somehow that doesn't happen, something is going badly wrong. That's an over-realized understanding of God's purposes for the inbreaking power of the kingdom in healing. Or on the other hand, we might have the understanding that God has no role for healing in the life of the church, and we need to hear that. God definitely has a role today for the healing that God brings into our lives as a demonstration of the inbreaking kingdom and of bringing us into a closer fellowship with Him. So both healing and suffering have a role in the Christian life. Paul's little letter to the Philippians in chapter 3, Paul says, I want to know Christ and the power of His resurrection. In other words, the power of God's inbreaking kingdom in the here and now in this life. And he goes on to say, the fellowship of sharing in His sufferings. We are united to Christ both in the power of healing, but we're also united to Christ through suffering as well. It's an incredibly important thing to hold together, and this conference is going to bring that out. And I hope that you'll join us. Lisa, what would you say about it?
Yes, I want to add my welcome to you and invite you to attend this. I think it's going to fill in some spaces, some big questions that many people have about healing and suffering, especially in the life of a believer. This is going to be a little bit unconventional. We're going to be talking about some things that go beyond laying on of hands and anointing with oil. We're going to be talking about the ministry of intercession and how that connects with healing. But most of all, and I think the nexus of the talks about healing and suffering is going to be the fact that we want to bring believers into the presence of the Lord. This conference is something for everybody. I don't think there's anybody out there that can't gain something new in their relationship with the Lord and their walk. Everybody can gain something from this.
Yeah. So it's for everybody. It's for guys. It's for women. So I hope men will attend just as much as women, because in this conference, we're going to find out that God has a sacramental purpose for both healing and for suffering in our lives, that we encounter the real presence of Christ in physical healing and in our suffering as well. We want you to join us so that we can kind of dive into this deeply together. Look forward to seeing you then.